Just in, did Sephora announce their location and date and mess up the entire ticket sale? Speaking of Sephora, did Ulta Beauty World just shade Sephora? And is Lethal Cosmetics releasing a SpongeBob collection? Y'all, we have all that and more in this week's new makeup releases, so grab a snack, grab a drink, because it's about to get juicy.
Hello, my most beautiful friends, and welcome back to another episode of New Makeup Release Sunday, where we sit back, we relax, and we talk about all the new makeup that has been announced and sneak peeked, as well as some industry news. So before we dive into today's top story, as you guys know, or if you don't know, I am doing a Christmas giveaway. I started this 2 weeks ago. I have over 5 boxes of makeup. Well, now it's going to be 3 boxes of makeup left to give back to you guys as my way of saying thank you guys so much for being here. Trust me when I say, if I could do like a giveaway like Michaela's doing over on her Instagram, best believe, besties, I would so do that. But your girl can barely get above water. But I am doing my absolute best. So with that said, I want to give a huge congratulations to Eileen Maldonado. You won my Christmas giveaway from last week. Woo, 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 woo. So with that said, we have a new one opening right now. If you guys click on the Google form linked in my pinned description, you guys can enter a chance to win a Christmas box from me. I will announce a new winner next Sunday, where this giveaway will be officially closed and a new one opens. Speaking of giveaways, I did not announce this because I don't want people just to come to my page just for free makeup. I genuinely wanted to give back to people who have been here, who are watching my content. I also had another giveaway going on. If you guys have watched my last declutter where I cleaned out my entire makeup drawer and all the extra drawers behind me, I am giving away, well, I was giving away 2 big boxes of goodies to 2 lucky people. And I want to say I have those winners today. So congratulations to Brittany Burney and Itzel Hernandez. I'm so sorry. I butcher people's names. I'm so sorry. But congratulations for winning those boxes. I am just beyond grateful to give back to each and every single one of you guys. I really hope to do more of these in the future. But I wanted to give a big shout out to Eileen, Brittany, and Itzel for winning some boxes from me. You guys don't have to do anything. The box is already being packed up and shipped right over to you guys. So with that said, if you guys want to enter in a chance to win today's giveaway, just make sure you guys fill out that Google form down below. But with that said, besties, we're going to dive into today's top stories. So last year I went to an event called Sephora, and it was pretty much a huge makeup collection thrown on by Sephora with like 400 plus brands went there to advertise their products, to talk to consumers, to educate you on what products perform where and how they perform, and you got to take home a shit ton of goodies. And we were all going, okay, it's going to happen again this year. It's going to happen in September. But then they got delayed, and Sephora never announced their dates until Wednesday. Besties. Sephora just announced this drop right here, and I was like, oh my God, I'm so excited. Where are they going? And then they said LA, and I was like, my little eye twitched because LA is very expensive. It's not just one of those things I could just hop on a plane for less than like $500 because LA is just stupidly expensive. And I saw the dates, and unfortunately, I knew at that moment I would not be able to go to Sephora next year because it's in March, and I actually do have a wedding that I'm going to that weekend, and I would never bail on a friend just to go to a Sephora event. So I would not be going to Sephora, and I'm actually kind of glad that I didn't end up going because this turned into a fiasco. So last year, or back in like 2024, when they had Sephora, they allowed the Rouge members early access, which makes sense because you spend thousands of dollars to hit that status, and they allowed early access only by like 24 hours, like not too much, but they gave us plenty of time to purchase tickets. I mean, I had days to decide whether or not I wanted to go to the event, and I ended up booking it, and it didn't take long for it to eventually sell out. This time around, they did not do that. They said that they're going to give early access to Rouge members, and they never did. What ended up happening is that the next day, after announcing that they were going to be doing Sephora and announcing the dates, literally the next day at like 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, they just dropped the tickets on the website. There was no notification sent out to Rouge members, VIB, or beauty insiders. It was literally just dropped on the website, like literally just dropped on the website, and it sold out within 4 hours. Now, a lot of people in California were extremely pissed off about this because it dropped at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, which means it was 4 a.m. their time. They had no notice, they had no notification, so by the time they woke up, all the tickets had sold out. Now, here's the kicker. I know some people were like, well, it shouldn't just be Rouge. And I understand where you're coming from, but here's the kicker. No Rouge member got a text message, an email, Nothing. There was no indication like, hey, Rouge members, we're going to do an early 24-hour access for you guys. Nobody got anything. You didn't even have to be a Rouge member to buy the tickets. Literally just dropped on the website. It didn't matter what status you were. You had a chance to buy it. Now, everybody is speculating that they're going to be dropping more tickets on the 16th from what people are saying, some insider news. I don't know how true that is, but they're saying they're going to be dropping more tickets during that time. I don't see how when it completely sold out within 4 hours during an early access event, which I don't know. I found that to be it was just poorly mishandled compared to how it was last time. Now, the comment section, though, on those videos, people had a lot of things to say. So some of the things that I saw were, love that Sephora is ignoring all the comments asking why this isn't available for Rouge / why there's no clear details on the time that these tickets were on sale. Shake my head, y'all are messy. Another person says, how is this an early access Rouge pre-sale day if it's completely sold out in 4-ish hours? Why would all the tickets be available in pre-sale? Why didn't people have to prove their Rouge status for the Rouge pre-sale? Make it make sense. Another person said, how is this fair to PST people? You didn't announce the time you released these tickets, and you originally said the Rouge was the first, then non-Rouge the day after. I was waiting for tomorrow, and upon waking up today, discovered it was open to everyone and that you released at 6 a.m. Other ones say releasing tickets at 5:45 a.m. for a West Coast event with no heads up on time and releasing them with no verification of being Rouge is entirely unorganized and disappointing. Another one said, love that you didn't actually leave this for Rouge members. Half of everything is sold out. Not cool, Sephora. Make it right. So a lot of people were extremely disappointed in how Sephora handled this event this time around. Like I said, last time I bought my tickets, I had days to decide what day I wanted to go, who did I want to see, was I okay going by myself. Like, I actually had ample time to decide. It did not sell out nearly as fast as this time did. And I actually, being a Rouge member myself, I understand wanting to have early access. And I feel like they should have definitely done that. And there should have been some sort of email, text message, something to say, hey, this is what time early access is going on sale that you can only get if you're Rouge. But then they should only hold a certain amount of tickets for Rouge. And then the rest should be held for the general public. That's how it should be done. I don't know why. And it's not just Sephora. So many freaking concerts and any place that sells tickets always do this like we're gonna do like a pre-sale and then they sell out everything during the pre-sale and there's nothing left for the general. Like, make that make sense. What is the whole freaking point of a pre-sale? I'll never understand it if you're just gonna release all the freaking tickets. Make it make sense. Now, Sephora has been ignoring every single comment except answering the ones of people going, I got my ticket. They're responding to those, but they're completely ignoring all the hate that they're getting right now on social media. Not only is this happening on their Instagram, but over on TikTok, I've seen so many people being like, I'm so disappointed that there was no time, there was no release date, there was absolutely no indication that tickets were going to go on sale, especially right before the holiday season when the Sephora tickets were like $400 and something. They're not cheap. Like, yes, you could buy the general admission for like, I think like $170, but the VIP is like $400 and something. I think I spent like $480 last year to go. So people were very disappointed in how Sephora handled this, and myself included, just because even though I'm not going, it would have been fair to see them kind of at least announce a date and time, like give people a heads up, like, hey, besties, tickets are going to go on sale at this time tomorrow. I get that you don't want to like crash the internet, don't want to crash the website. Okay, I get it. But at the same time, give people a chance, and you're not giving people a chance. That's really unfair for those who were dead ass asleep at 4 a.m. when these tickets went on sale. So I saw that and I was like, well, you know what? Everything happens for a reason. I'm a big believer that everything happens for a reason. Even during a weekend that I could not go, so I think for me, I was like, it was meant to be. Now, at the same time, besties, Ulta Beauty saw this and was like, ooh, you know what? Now we're going to go ahead and skate on in, because so Ulta Beauty World is happening this year in Orlando on April 16th. Now, everybody's always speculated that tickets are going to go on sale sometime between January and February, because they did last year right around the same time. And for the first time, Ulta Beauty World, or Ulta Beauty, saw what was happening with Sephora, and they were like, hold my purse, because they decided to make this announcement right here saying tickets coming soon. Now, here's the kicker with them. They have a little caption, and I'm going to read you the caption because it kind of like actually made me giggle. So the caption says, the answer you've been searching for will be revealed soon. Everyone's a VIP at Ulta Beauty World. Get ready to access 200 plus brands and a gift bag worth over $2K. Stay tuned. Now here they have like a little side eye that everybody's VIP. So one, they're already throwing shade at Sephora, being like, we don't have tier status here. everybody's equal at our location. 2, they're announcing when they're going to be launching the tickets. Okay, they're going to be announcing when they're launching the tickets. And 3, they've already said in the comment section that it's 1 ticket per person, which is actually kind of fair because over at Sephora, you could buy as many tickets as you want. You could buy as many sessions as you want. You could buy sessions to every single thing. There is no cap on how many you can actually get. With Ulta Beauty World, they're like, nay, 1 ticket per person, because they're trying to make it completely fair so that people have a chance to go and it doesn't just get sold out by scalpers who want to jack up the prices then resell to people. I think it's actually really great that Ulta is doing that, and I just thought it was really funny that they saw Sephora happening. They saw Sephora announce their dates, so they were like, move over, besties, we're coming in and we're gonna do it right. And if you see the comment section, a lot of people are throwing shade at Sephora, and Ulta Beauty is going side eye, and they're responding to those shady comments as well. And I just think it's kind of funny to see the two kind of battling each other. And I would love to go to Ulta Beauty World. I'm trying to get my own hands on tickets to Ulta Beauty World. So if you happen to go and you see me, please say hi. Please say hi, and just know I'll be freaking out way more than you will be, okay? I will be freaking out going, oh my God, I gotta poop. Somebody said my name. Speaking of poop, I had my colonoscopy this week. I'll let you guys know how that goes. Okay, so for our next story, I saw that Lethal Cosmetics was teasing this right here, and I was like, it's coming in, because if you guys know me, you guys know I love SpongeBob. I love SpongeBob. Now, it's so funny, watching SpongeBob as a kid, very different experience than watching it as an adult, because as a kid, the show was funny. I enjoyed it. But as an adult, I was like, oh my God, that's what you meant? That's what you're implying? Like, every single adult joke just went right over my head as a kid that I now understand, going, oh my God. I love when shows do that. I love when shows can be highly inappropriate, but at the same time be appropriate for kids, if that makes any sense. It's enjoyable for both kids and adults, and kids will never understand the context of it, but adults will, and they both can enjoy watching the show together. So I love SpongeBob. And if you guys ever get bored, go on to Horror Shorts Party. It's a channel that I like watching about, like, 3 stories. They're animated. They tell you like some true stories just with some fabricated stories. And there's always this conspiracy theory going around. And it's been kind of somewhat validated as well about how they finally discovered what the mystery meat is in the Krabby Patty. They're all saying it's Pearl's mother. Okay, there's a huge deep dive, a huge conspiracy theory that Pearl's mother is the secret ingredient or the meat that's being supplied to that Krabby Patty, because the big blue whale, it can provide meat for years to come. If a whale dies in the ocean, it could literally provide meat for years to come, right? It can like literally feed the whole ecosystem. And there's scenes in SpongeBob where there's like a flashback of Mr. Krabs finds Pearl next to her dead mother, and his eyes light up. And next thing you know, he takes Pearl back home with him, and his whole purpose is to fatten her up and cause her to be as big as possible. Because at one point, she goes like this episode, she's having like a growing spurt, and he said, my investment's paying off. Like, you hear that in the freaking background. My investment is paying off. You're like, wait a minute. Everybody spectates that he's trying to fatten up Pearl because she's going to be the next supplier of meat later on. And it's really dark and twisted. And there's so many different key elements in the show that has been kind of pointed out that maybe that's exactly what it is. Y'all got to dive down this because it's very entertaining to watch the conspiracy theory of it. So anyway, I just kind of went on a deep dive tangent. I'm so sorry. Anyway, I love SpongeBob. I've always loved SpongeBob. And so when I saw that Lethal Cosmetics was teasing this, I was like, this has to be SpongeBob, because it says Darkness Arises. That's automatically a SpongeBob font, right? The color, everything. But if you actually zoom on the photo, the photo literally says, trademark 2025 Paramount Pictures and Viacom International, all rights reserved, SpongeBob SquarePants, created by Steven Hillenburg. So it literally says in that caption, SpongeBob. It literally says it. So I am so excited. I am so curious to see what this collection is going to look like, because they did such a phenomenal job with the Avatar: The Last Airbender series. So I'm really curious to see how they're going to do SpongeBob. I don't get PR from them, so this is a collection I will absolutely be buying. But with that said, guys, that is today's top stories. Now we're going to dive into this week's new makeup releases. So up first, we have Unearthly Cosmetics. So Unearthly Cosmetics has been dropping some really cute collections lately that I feel like people are just kind of overlooking, myself included. And I'm just like, wait, I forget how beautiful some of their stuff is. So they have 2 different collections launching. The first one's going to be the Cursed Winter and Shattered Snowfall mystery bundles. Now, I will say, It's expensive. This is going to be $160 for either the Cursed Winter or the Shattered Snowfall. Now, this is supposed to be a mystery bundle, but you're going to get a palette full of like dual chromes and multi-chromes. I don't know why it's as expensive as it is. It is really expensive. Now, I feel like it is really expensive for what it is. I don't know if you're getting more to it, but you can choose between either or. I will say both are absolutely beautiful. Will I be buying this? No, because I just can't justify spending $160 on a palette. Like truly, I can't do it. I really do love their quality. I love their shadows. Their dual chromes and multi-chromes are chef's kiss. But spending that much money on a palette, y'all, I can do so much more with $160. I can pay some bills. I can get groceries. I could take care of my dogs. I could get a couple books. Like I could do so much more with $160. So as much as I love Unearthly, this is going to be a pass for me. But I will also say that they have another collection that's available in pre-order, and it's going to be Made by Monster palette pre-order. So this one actually retails for $64. And I will say the color story in this one actually looks really pretty. This looks like this would be really pretty, like Valentine's Day-esque palette. Now you guys will never hear me say that because you guys know I hate Valentine's Day, but I feel like this would be a really great palette for that time. Truly, it's a beautiful color story with those pinks, a little bit of those reds, and just like those multi-chromes and dual chromes in there. It's a very, very gorgeous, gorgeous moment. Now, like I said, both collections are available right now for pre-order. If you want to check them out, then now would be the time to do so. I think they are doing some sales as well. There's no affiliate codes. I'm not affiliated with the brand, but I definitely do enjoy Unearthly Cosmetics, so I wanted to let you guys know about that. Speaking of a very, very, very unrealistic palette, I saw this and my mouth freaking dropped. I was like, ain't no fucking way, is exactly what I said. Kristen Lee Cosmetics, I reviewed them years ago. I mean, like years ago. They have a new pre-order for their limited edition Cosmic Shift palette. Now, this is going to be a palette that's 7 years in the making and refuses to be rushed. Cosmic Shift is my first real custom packaged palette and a true work of art. A 15-pan constellation of multi-chromes, extreme multi-chrome, and holochrome shades that started as a star-soaked name in my phone and slowly became tiny universes in a pan. Please read shade descriptions below for more details. So it says, over the years, the packaging, formula, and finishes evolved, and the whole batches were scrapped and rebuilt when they were just pretty but not magic enough. What never changed was the feeling that this had to be special. Every shade in the Cosmic Shift is hand-mixed, hand-poured, and hand-pressed by me, one pen at a time, to feel alive on the eyes, from the wet look foils to the floaty starlight sparkles and buttery ships that flip every time you move. Now, I'm not saying this is not going to be a beautiful palette because I've seen the swatches of this and this looks absolutely gorgeous, but this palette retails for $179. So it's $179.99. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Like, that is just $180 for a 15-pan multi-chrome palette. No. Absolutely not. You would never catch me buying that palette. That's just ridiculous. That's just ridiculous. I understand that it's hand pressed, it's hand poured, and I get all the labor that goes into it, and I respect I respect the business of it, but that is just so expensive. In this time and like this day and age in this economy, no way. Like, just no way. Like, times are so tough as it is, and I just can't fathom spending like close to $200 on one single palette that I will never use enough to justify that price point. So it's really pretty, and I really hope they have success, but for me, this is definitely a huge pass. Up next, Game Beauty just announced that they have a new collab. So it says, get ready for the ultimate collab where gaming power meets kawaii cuteness. Game Beauty has teamed up with the amazing crew at Lace and Cherry to bring you a prize pack filled with the best of both worlds. You can win a bundle of our vibrant game-inspired makeup from Game Beauty and a haul of adorable sweet treats from Laced with Cherry. Love up your look and your style all at once. And I will say that's actually really cute. I really do enjoy Game Beauty. They really do create some really cute stuff. I just feel bad because, like, they were kind of low on the list this year when it came to palette rankings. I just felt so bad because I did not really resonate with the Street Fighter palette. It was a great formula. I'll never take that away from them, but I couldn't get into the color story at all. And like, just the lip products were a little bit too just monochromatic for me to really enjoy. I wanted different various shades between the lip products and the blushes. The single shadows were great, but I think this is a really cute collab. I'm going to pass. I definitely want the best for them because they really are a great brand, but I'm going to pass on this one. Up next, I actually talked to you guys about this collection last week, but it wasn't revealed until, well, it got revealed after I posted my video, but Blind Bunny Cosmetics has officially launched. So it's available right now, their Haunted collection. It's going to come with this beautiful Victorian goth style palette, along with two matte lips and 3 lip glosses and 2 lip liners. Now, this collection is on its way to me. It got super, super delayed, so I will review it at some point. I'm so sorry I do not have a review up for you guys now. Like I said, it is available if you guys do want to get your hands hands on it, you guys can use my code Allie, save you guys 10% off. I will say the lip kits are what draw me in more than anything. The color story is really pretty for the palette, but like those lips, I saw some swatches of them and I was like, I saw some swatches of them and I was like, I need them now. I need them now. You guys know I have such a soft spot for a good red lip, and these lip liners look incredible along with those juicy lip oils and like lipsticks. I truly cannot wait to get my hands on this. So if you guys are definitely interested in checking this out, these are available right now. Up next, I said this to you guys last week, but it's not even Christmas and yet we're already getting the like spring launches. So we have another one. Guerlain. Guerlain is dropping their new spring collection 2026. So this is going to be called the Dream Flower Collection. So this is going to include meteorite setting and finishing illuminating powder pearls in denim flower, a Rouge G customizable case, and an Ombre G quad eyeshadow palette in 396 denim flower. I will say I don't think I've ever in my life played with those little powder balls, but I've always wanted to for like an ASMR moment. But for me, this entire collection is such a pass. Such a pass. One, Guerlain is just, I don't know, so expensive for what it is. And then two, I don't resonate with the color story, the concept, any of that. So for me, this is such an easy pass. My wallet is safe. Up next, speaking of safe wallet, Carolina Herrera is dropping a new perfume called the Good Girl Jasmine Absolute Perfume. So it says celebrate 10 years of irresistible allure with a bold, ambery, gourmand twist on the house signature jasmine and original icon scent. The top notes are going to be mandarin, black currant accord. The middle notes are going to be jasmine and bitter almond. And then the base notes are toffee cord and roasted tonka beans. That actually kind of smells like something I would really enjoy. But the prices are about between $156 all the way up to $184. But the prices vary between $156, $130, and $184. Now, I smelled the original Carolina Herrera perfume. I feel like I'm one of the only people out there that just generally don't resonate with the scent. Like, I don't know. I just don't like how it smells personally. It just has like this, I don't want to say it's like a spice, but it feels like it has like a spice undertone to it that whenever I smell it, I'm just like, I don't know. It's just like a scent that I just don't necessarily resonate with. It doesn't smell bad, but I just don't like how it smells on me. And when I smell it on my friends, they're like, oh, I love it so much. I'm like, oh, that's great. I don't get into it. But I feel like this one could smell something that I might like a little bit just because you have the toffee and the tonka beans. So it has a little bit more like maybe like a coffee undernote to it. I'd be very interested, but I'm going to wait until like my friends Leah Janae and Angelica review this or smell this or talk about it, because both are very knowledgeable when it comes to fragrances and I trust their opinions. So I'm just going to wait to see what they say to see if I actually want it or not. Speaking of scents, it looks like Dove is releasing a new scent to their Crumble collaboration. So last year, Crumble Cookies and Dove collabed to create some iconic scents, and they're doing that again this year, and this time they're coming out with Tres Leches. So this is going to be the latest launch inspired by the Crumble favorite dessert, fuses whipped cream, vanilla cake, and a hint of cinnamon blended into Dove's signature formula. Body cleansers and care products are going to include a body wash, body scrub, deodorant, and liquid hand wash. I'm going to pass just because this is something I know I definitely would not be really into. I like a good gourmand smelling like perfume, but like body washes and scrubs and like hand soaps, I don't know. I don't want to smell like a cookie. I don't know. That's just not really my thing. I have like a good like cucumber one that I like, or like a orange zesty one, or like a coconut one, but like smelling like a cookie, I've never been into that, especially deodorant. Cause like, I feel like if you sweat in that, I don't even want to know what that would smell like under your armpit. And I heard that Crumble Cookies being shut down. I don't know how true that is, but I've been seeing quite a few videos online saying they're shutting down. Is that true? Let me know, because I haven't been there forever. Y'all, I feel like this is the month of perfumes because we have some more products launching. So Lancome is launching some new products. They're launching a new perfume called the Idle Peach and Roses perfume. This is a bright and transformative fruity floral perfume. So it's going to have top notes of sparkling red berries, heart notes of juicy natural peach extract, and base notes of velvety rose. I hate a rose smelling perfume, but I love a good peach moment. So this one I feel like it's going to be pretty sweet. I really want to smell this one to see, does the peach overtake the rose? Does rose overtake the peach? I really want to smell this one. They're also launching a new Lash Idol Curl Goddess Curling and Volumizing Mascara, along with the Mascara Melter Remover and a Silk Milky Primer as well. So some new products from Lancome is launching, and some are going to be available right now if you guys do want to check them out. Up next, I saw this and I was like, oh, I am definitely way too old for this, but it looks like Gap teamed up with Summer Fridays to launch some cozy apparel. So they're launching a 20-piece chic and cozy collection. This is going to include soft knits, fleece sets, matching pajamas, gift-ready accessories, and the brand's signature shades, pink sugar, cherry, vanilla, and a jet lag mask blue. Like I said, I feel like for me, this is such an easy pass because like I just feel like this is very much like a teenage collection. I mean, that's kind of what Summer Fridays kind of goes for anyway. They definitely go for the younger generation. I'm not saying I don't enjoy them, but I feel like it definitely is marketed towards a younger generation. And looking at like the sets and the clothing, I could definitely see that. I mean, I think it's kind of cool. They're giving away a free holiday gift set if you spend $125. You get a little holiday gift set from Fridays, but again, my wallet's safe. Up next, it looks like Replica has a new perfume launching. So they're launching their new Up at Dawn fragrance. This is a woody floral fragrance that's inspired by the scent of a rose garden. Sign me out. Sign me out. You just lost me. This is a unique freshness of rose wet with morning dew combined with pink pepper to evoke one's individuality. So the notes are going to be pink pepper, soil accord, and also rose heart absolute, woody floral, powdery. The notes are going to be like pretty much pink pepper, rose absolute. You're going to have patchouli and cashmere moss. And for me, this is such an easy pass. I am not a big, like I said, rose smelling person. I just feel like whenever I smell roses, I don't know, like maybe the roses I smell just kind of smell like an older person. And maybe my gripe with this, because for years and years and years being a server at Disney, a lot of like older women would always wear like very rose heavy scented perfumes, and they'd sit down in my section and it would just be like choking me with that how fragrant their fragrances were. It's just one that I'm not into. Last but not least, we're keeping this a little short and sweet this week. It looks like Too Faced is launching a new Born This Way Super Glow Multi-Use Highlighting Skin Enhancer. That is a long ass name. So this is going to be a fusion of skincare and illumination for the look of perfect lighting. Wear alone or with makeup to smooth and improve your skin's appearance. Formulated with 80% skincare ingredients for hydrating and non-greasy feel. So I'm going to pass. These are just products I kind of don't really gravitate to. And this is kind of like reminiscent of the e.l.f. and the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter products. This is such an easy pass. You guys know that I generally would not wear stuff like that. I'm not going to just buy makeup just to buy makeup. I'm generally going to buy makeup that I want and would wear and not just to do a review on. So yeah, guys, I think that is it for this week's new makeup releases. I think it's safe to say my wallet is completely safe, which I'm extremely grateful for because we're about to go into the holiday season. Well, we're already in the holiday season, but buying Christmas gifts and all that type of stuff and me paying for my procedure and all that type of stuff, I am not really worried about this week's new makeup releases in terms of buying stuff because my wallet is safe. So let me know down in the comments below, what about you guys? Is your wallet safe this week, or did you guys find some stuff that you guys definitely want to pick up? Let me know in the comments below. But that, my most beautiful friends, is it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please make sure you guys give this video a cheeky thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you guys have not already. So I do post 3 to 4 videos every single week. Make sure you guys head over to my other channels, R for Life. You guys get to see my cool, wonderful adventures, my amazing husband, Corey. And as always, the biggest thank you goes to these beautiful, wonderful page members you guys see over here. Thank you guys so much for everything. And to my subscribers and viewers, thank you guys so much for being here. Whether you guys like this video, you guys thumbs down this video, you guys subscribed, you guys did not subscribe, either way, thank you guys so much for being here. I love and appreciate each and every single one of you. So with that said, guys, I love you, and I'll see you guys in the very next video.